What's going on, guys? This is Jason of Auglitical. I swim through the politics so you don't drown too. I am just a man trying to bring common sense in a world where common sense isn't so common. Let's get right back into it.
Our little boy is starting reception in September. Our little boy is starting reception in September. He has picked his. Our little boy is starting reception in September. He has picked his own school bag.
I told you not to get the pink bag.
So I'ma just sit here and say this. When you see me reacting to these videos, um, more than likely I believe that these videos are true. I try to avoid the prank videos because there's a lot of those prank videos and they make me sick. I hate see it inauthentic, inorganic bullshit on the internet and people eat that slop up. I can't stand it. The reason why I don't immediately say that videos like these are fake is because women are very prone to posting their L's in video recorded format for the world to see. And even if they're wrong, they want to be loud about it and post it out thinking that other people will overwhelmingly agree with them. And the only other people that agree with them are other low quality individuals. So as of right now, this woman is sitting here saying that their kid is about to start, I'm guessing, school. And she said the kid picked out a bag and it's a pink bag. And you hear a man somewhere in the vicinity saying, I told you not to pick that bag. I'm guessing that's the boyfriend or the husband. More than likely the husband, because let's be honest there. A lot of these situations that go down, they already married, which blows my fucking mind. Because this shit needs to be studied. Why are women so susceptible to the bullshit that they push on children? And the men that go along with it, I guess it's that bullshit that I used to grow up listening to. Happy life, happy wife, or happy wife, happy life shit. Where it's like a woman could be leading you off of a cliff and, well, if she's happy, I'm happy. Let's get it.
It's what he wants to have.
I don't care what he wants to have. You should have gotten the football bag like I told you.
It's his first day of school. It's his choice of backpack.
He's going to get bullied.
He's not going to get bullied. He's 4 years old. I don't.
You know how mean 4-year-old people are these days, right? He's going to get bullied. And you know what? You're going to have to deal with it. I told you not to get that bag for him.
And look, and here she is. She's not listening to that man whatsoever. Again, there needs to be a negotiation in relationships. She probably in her heart really believes that this is right. And maybe she's right that maybe 4-year-olds won't get bullied. But I've noticed something. Every next generation that's coming out, the criminals, the people doing more and more horrible things, tend to be younger and younger and younger. This was things that you only saw in third world shitholes, but they're in America right now. Actually, in Texas, you had teenagers aged 10 to 14, multiple kids try to rob an older man at gunpoint. That man with blicky black and blow shot 3 of them out of 4 of them, right? Good for him. Fuck them kids. Because they know right from wrong and they're being taught that bullshit from the people around them or the kids around them. Fuck it. I'm at this point of mine where I'm just like, we need to stop the bullshit. So yeah, maybe at 4 he won't get picked on as much, but eventually it'll happen. Eventually the teachers may start saying, well, I don't know, the teachers are already woke the fight out the ass, but eventually it will start to happen. It is what it is.
He can have whatever he wants. We need to encourage him.
No, he can have the football bag. That's what I'm going to.
You heard what she just fucking said?
He can have whatever he wants. We need to encourage him.
No,
He can have whatever he wants. We need to encourage him. So if he says that he wants to be an airplane and he wants to fly an airplane, do you encourage him? I mean, my encouragement back in the day was, okay, baby, if this is what you want, then you need to learn these things. And then when you get older, you can fly. Right? That was the shit that normal people learned. Nowadays, it's, Mom, I think I'm a cat. Okay, here's a litter box. Dad, I think I'm a homo. Okay, let's go to a pride parade. So you can see other degenerates and freaks and put you next to all these predators because I want to encourage you.
have the football bag. That's what I'm going to get him. You need to take that back and we'll get the football bag for him.
He's picked this bag. He's going to have this bag. He's his own person.
He's 4 years old. He doesn't know what he wants. He's having the football bag. He's not having the pink bag. I don't.
Bro, I divorced this bitch real quick. Yo, wow. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe that's the favorite, your favorite neighborhood misogynist coming out of me. She's way too out of pocket when it comes down to like she's gonna do what she wants to do, and this is a fucking problem. This is a fucking problem. 4 years old. There's something about it where, granted, this woman is pretty. Like I said, I guess they're married. I don't know this. I'm hoping that this is a stunt video. This is not a real video, but I know that this exists in the world, and it's scary because You get to this point where you're with somebody and they start making these batshit decisions because it's no longer my house, my rules until you're an adult and we watch you grow. We give you a little bit of wiggle room, but at the end of the day, it's what we say to protect you because you need adults looking out for younger people, right? It's no longer that. Now it's shit like this where you have to sit here and as a man, you got to sit there and you got to witness again women being more susceptible to this bullshit and they're kind of pushing this bullshit around. And you as a guy got to sit there and anytime you say anything, it gets blown out of proportion. Anytime you react, you're being aggressive or you're being violent and you're all men are terrible people where all the man wants to do is give his child a chance. This shit is scary. Women like this scares the hell out of me because they're not it's never oh I met this girl and we went on a date one time. It's always we're married, we have 3 kids, and she decided to trans them all too late type shit. It's always this. It's always this. It scares the hell out of me.
I don't care what we say, I don't care what he says. He's not having that fun, alright? And if he gets bullied, it's your fault. I'm not dealing with any of these teachers. You deal with it, alright? I'm backing up. I'm going.
Our little boy
Yeah, she fucking. I'm thinking that if this is real, she posted this because she wanted validation through other low quality individuals. That's what it was. Instead of yelling at mom, maybe sit down and talk with the boy. Woman, opinion discarded. Low quality woman, opinion discarded. Nope, mom needs to be corrected here. Otherwise, more problems will be coming down the line quickly. I think they're already there. If her son really did pick out that bag, I don't see that being a big deal. Woman, opinion discarded. Low quality woman. You don't fucking get it. You never get it. And that's the fucking problem. You're not sitting there working with the person trying to see the other side of how the world works. You want to push the bullshit that the weirdos are pushing, and you're pushing it on your children. Kids do what they're taught and what they're allowed to. Most decisions made by children are the parents' guidance. That's why they look at you for reassurance. If he chooses the pink bag and the mom incentivizes it in any way, the kid will like it. Reality is, the kid doesn't know anything and all his decisions are questions to the parents about what's right and what is wrong. Yeah, like sponges. The dad is wrong. No, another woman, she don't even know what she is. She's a she, her. She don't even fucking know what she is. She don't even know what she is. Opinion discarded. You see, this is my nightmare scenario. You meet the love of your life, you get married and have children, and then she goes off the deep end and tries to trans your kid. You get a divorce and then you lose custody. How can you see something like that coming? Some people do. Some people have ways to filter that shit out. The problem is these individuals, they're like they're like that meme, the missile knows where you are because the missile knows where you aren't type shit. So when you have these people who are not compatible with the dating world or the dating pool, the dating gene pool, whatever the fuck it is, they'll go into a relationship or they'll search out a relationship, right? They'll ruin their chances of a relationship and they'll blame the other person. They don't reflect at all. They continue with the girl boss feminist bullshit and they go immediately back into another relationship. And before women are very capable of doing it. I literally lived with a fucking woman who was a terrible individual. She started off nice, and I wasn't fucking her. I was just around her. She started off nice. She seemed sweet. It was like, yeah, if I get the chance, I'm gonna tap that. That was in my head. But then I observed her. The shit that she did to me, and I wasn't even with her. Her putting me down, her belittling me, all of this shit, and I wasn't even with this girl. I said, if the chance arises, then seeing how she would judge other people, seeing how she would sit there and she would go on a date every single week, but then come to me and tell me, like she saw me playing The Sims, and she would go, why are you even playing this? Why don't you go out and actually go experience life and do, and that could be normal. But then she sat there and said she doesn't understand the aspect of it. And then when she found the guy that she liked, right? Some dude who was probably more than likely a consumer because he knew a little bit about comics. She tried to pit this individual and she was listening to this individual over somebody like me who's an actual gamer who knows about the comics and shit like this because she likes him. So you get what I'm saying? It's and mind you, bouncing off the fucking wall when it came down to dating. Even one point she was upset because the dude that she was with who was probably fucking her didn't want her sleeping in the same house as him when he goes to sleep and he would send her home. And she actually was on the phone with him, whimpering like she called him. He's like, what? And she's whimpering like a fucking puppy. She wouldn't even talk. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with this chick? So yeah, you see. It is a nightmare scenario. Some people can see it, some people don't. LOL, the insecurity in this post. Sure. This seems fake, but assuming it's real for a second, it is real because it exists. We've seen examples of this exist. We've seen examples of mothers transing husbands, transing children, and the husband is like, "What the hell are you doing?" Or the ex-boyfriend or ex-husband is like, "What the hell are you doing?" We've seen this. A lot of toxic masculinity ideas in his posts and his replies. A comment, sure. Find a woman that's of your faith and show you know her views before putting a ring on it. Don't ever date a Democrat liberal. See, I'm not religious, so when I hear shit like this, oh, date a religious woman. Listen, bro, a lot of that religion shit to me is a trap as well, right? Because you have those people that sit there. If you don't date a woman, what was Steve Harvey saying? Oh, find you a woman who's religious, and if you don't find, if you, I can't talk to people who aren't religious because they don't have a moral barometer. This was the bullshit that was pushed on me by multiple, and some people, a lot of religious people act like this. They got that holier than thou fucking attitudes. Steve Harvey cheated on every single wife he's ever had, but we don't talk about that. I'm not listening to that bullshit. A lot of fucking Christian men pick up these girls who, what was the shit that somebody said and I laughed my ass off? The final form of a hoe is a religious woman. After they make their money, after they do all of their sinning, they turn to God. And the first men that picks them up thinking that everything is good and dandy are religious people. So I'm not hearing none of that. And other women who sit there and they follow that shit and they didn't give this person time to actually change or evolve or anything, it's just immediately, we forgive you. Crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. In fact, the girl who got burnt on the train, because I'm still on that, I've been getting into it with people because you have people saying we shouldn't send the individual that set her on fire to death. We should instead let him have him um in prison for the rest of his life. Do as to what is it? It's Christmas. We should be celebrating God. We should be celebrating his birth. Jesus would forgive him. And I'm just like, you people are fuck. You people make me fucking sick. This is all that ever needed to happen to end wokeness. You know what? This is absolutely true. You know what the problem is? Multiple different areas of attack and influence was made so that men or in good women uh, get dis uh, get disarmed in protecting children. This is absolutely true because again, 15 years ago, this wouldn't even have been a conversation. 10 years ago, this wouldn't even have been a conversation. This wouldn't even have been a thing. The mother would have brought up the book bag. She would have bought it as a joke. The husband would have looked at it, and they would have both laughed and tossed that shit in the garbage, or gave it to somebody's daughter somewhere. Are you fucking kidding me? When I was growing up, I too played with female dolls because there was no fucking action figures. I broke them all. I snapped them motherfuckers up, and the ones that weren't broken up, all those dolls was that dude's girlfriend, that GI Joe dude's girlfriend. I only had like two GI Joes, and it was like fucking seven Barbie dolls that I stole from my sister. You know, I used to watch Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon was a very popular anime show back in the day. It was these girls who was 14. I was younger than 14. I'm not a rapist. These girls who was 14, long legs, teenage girls fighting and whooping ass and all of this other shit. Girly, but whooping ass and all of this other shit. And I used to watch I used to watch them shows religiously as a child. My dad saw that me watching them shows and he made fun of me and made me cry. My second mother, which was my father's wife, pulled me to the side and she said to me, it's okay. Why do you like the show? I said because they're doing cool stuff and they're fighting evil and I like it. And she goes, "Do you want to be like them?" I said, "Yeah, if we're kicking ass, sure." And he goes, "Do you want to dress like them?" I'm like, "No, I just like them." She's like, "Which ones do you like?" And I said, "I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. I like that one." I said, "I like that one because she does the right thing when she's supposed to. I like that one because she's really smart. I like that one because she's not afraid to get her hands dirty. I like that one because she's cool, and I like that one. Well, I don't like that one because that one's a fucking meanie, and that was the red hair one because she was a. And as I get older, guess what? I wanted all of them girls, but the one who tends to be a because we don't want that as adults. So it doesn't fucking change. But if it wasn't for that woman doing that and actually guiding me properly instead of, oh, you like this, you must be trans, who knows what my future would have been like? And as a person who tends to be anti brainwash, anti indoctrination, like I'm very resistant to that shit. Who knows what I would have turned out like if that conversation would have been different? I still remember that conversation to this day. Anyway, guys, one more. Oh, we got an actual positive comment from a female. This mother is a failure and she's letting her 4-year-old make his own decisions. Beautiful. Repost. Love this. Love this. Yes. Anyway, guys, catch you next time. Peace.